Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the April Scraptastic kit. This is the last layout using this kit. It is the 18th layout and I was down to scraps and it was so much of scraps that I decided to do just a mixed media layout with this layout and just use some of the embellishments that came in the kit and try to use those up. So I'm showing you my new Peerless watercolor. And I'm going to have a small video already uploaded on my YouTube video or YouTube channel by the time you get to see this, because I'm recording this or doing the voiceover on June 23rd and you probably won't see this till July 3rd or 4th. That's how far ahead I am. I'm totally ahead getting my voiceovers done. I'm actually working on the May kit right now and I'm going to be starting the 10th layout. So I have a few things in the works. Hopefully I can share with you guys really soon. And I'm really excited about this. And so we'll just get going with this layout. So I decided to take one of these templates and it is a Heidi Swapp template and it's just covered with hearts. So then what I decided to do was I just took my Peerless watercolor, and you'll have to excuse, I don't know if I'm in frame because this was when I was at the crop and it was totally out of my element. I didn't know where the page needed to be and all this stuff. So I kind of sped up through this quite fast so that it wouldn't be too long of a video. But I did want to explain a little bit about these Peerless watercolors. What they are, they're basically concentrated ink, pigment ink, that is laid on this fabric paper. And like I said, I'm going to have a video explaining a little bit and how I'm going to store them and all this stuff. So probably by this time you'll have to go back and look for it. And I'm just doing sort of a rainbow effect, but not really following the colors of the rainbow. I'm just doing, this page I'm doing about my son, how he loves to draw. So the title of this page is going to be My Little Artist. And so I'm trying to keep it more, I guess, boyish colors. So I started at the top. It's sort of grayish, purplish, and then it goes into greens, and then into teals, and then greens again, and then into purple. So I kind of started with the purplish, went into the greens, and then a little bit of blues, and then back in the greens, and then back in the purples, and then blues and teals. So that part alone took quite a bit of time to get done. But I mean, I was also at a crop, so I was kind of chatting and stuff. And then also, when I started doing this, people, were coming over and saying, "What are those?" And they had never seen them before. So just kind of talking about what they are. And they are awesome. They just pack a punch of color. And I got them directly from the manufacturer. So it's peerlesscolor.com. And I got the bonus pack, and you can get them 2x2. Or you can get them 2.5x6, and there's 40 colors in this one pack. And then there's a complete edition, which that comes separately, and that one has 16 colors. But if you just want to try them, there's also the Joanne palette that has 15 colors. But I went and got the Joanne palette and the complete edition and the bonus pack, and all the Joanne colors are in the bonus pack. So I didn't have to get the Joanne colors, but it's not a big deal. I'm just going to not open that pack and keep it for later. And like I said, I did a small video that kind of explains how I'm going to be using these, because they're kind of, I guess, awkward to work with because they come in a package, one stack on top of the other. So it's not in a little container that's nice and, accessible. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do so that I can access these watercolors very easily. Now, while I'm finishing that, I had a few people, and I saw the question on my phone, and I went back and I searched, I don't know how many videos to see, if I could find that person that asked me the question so I could answer her, and I could not find the question again. So hopefully she watches this video. I don't even know. I know she was a Canadian because she was asking me where I got that cold press watercolor pad. So I just want to let her know that it is a Canadian store and it's called Currys, CURRYS.com, and it's based out of Toronto, Ontario. And if you buy more than $25, it's free shipping in Canada. And also, Celine's Scrap Passion asked where I got, she couldn't find the little paint bottles or the bottles to put the masking fluid in with the little tips. And just go under, I did answer her, but just in case you didn't see it on YouTube, go under paint accessories and they're there. And even on that video that you requested that, I kind of put a link to exactly where it is on the website. Now at this point I am done doing all the little hearts, so I rip that watercolor paper, and that pad is 12 by 16, so I always do a line at the 12-inch mark because I don't want to color beyond. I just want to do the 12-inch, and then I cut it off. And I printed those 3 little photos from my phone with my little LG pocket photo printer, and I love that little thing. It just is awesome. Like there I was on the go, I brought it with me, like zoom, got the 3 photos printed right off my phone, and they're really cute. They're only like 2 by 3, and so it's a nice size that if you want to put more than one photo. And it's also perfect for Project Life, which, yes, I have not started yet, and I think I've safe to say that I probably won't this year. I was looking to start printing photos, and it's very sad to say, but I didn't take any pictures in May whatsoever. So I would have nothing to put for May. I think I took like maybe 1 or 2 pictures, and that was it. May was a crazy month, and so no pictures. So I might still do something similar to it. I don't know. I haven't decided. So to get back to the layout, what I did was I took those 3 little pictures, I mounted them on black cardstock and kind of left about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch all the way around the photo. And then on the bottom, I left probably more like 1 inch. And that's where I'm going to put the title, because that background, I spent so much time doing that background. I don't want to cover it too much. Another thing I did was to kind of frame it. I took another one of those Peerless colors, and I wanted to add some orange. So at the top left and the bottom right, I just kind of took the orange and kind of outlined it and kind of made it messy towards the middle. So it kind of frames the layout, and I really like how that turned out. And like I said, no pattern papers left. So I dug in through my Project Life cards, and I took a whole bunch of grayish, blackish cards and some that are aqua. And I'm going to start building up those layers. And one of the cards just says, "Dreams do come true, and if only we wish hard enough." And I mean, that's what he wants to be. He wants to, he loves to draw, he loves to write, and he loves to play games. So somehow, to create a game, you have to draw, you have to be able to write, and you have to be a good gaming player too, because you got to know what people like and don't like. And he loves to go on his computer right now, and he builds like games on these sites and like servers, and people join him, and like he just loves that kind of stuff. So he's right into that. So now like I said, I don't want to put too much around these photos, because I want to, I want to be able to enjoy that background as much as I can. One of the Project Life cards is kind of black and white polka dot. And then it has some journaling lines on the bottom. I'm going to stamp the date, 2014. And then now I'm starting to pull in some of those embellishments that came in the kit. So I brought in some of those tickets, some of those cameras that I had. Actually, that was just from my stash, the cameras. And a little chipboard speech bubble, some little words that came from one of the sticker sheet: hope, seek, and journey, ampersand sign, and then the title that I got from I can't remember if it was this month's kit or last month's kit. I'm working on so many kits at once that I keep forgetting, but it's the orange daily flash series, so I'm going to use that on this layout. I believe it was from last month's kit. So I believe right now I'm using some stamps, and I'm just going to stamp out 2014 in black ink. So I'm just testing to see how they stamp, because those stamps are so little that when you try to put them on the block, sometimes they can be a little wonky because they're so small. So I was just testing them out on a piece of scrap, and it was, stamping fine. So I'm going to put my stuff away. So again, this was during the weekend away. I managed to get 7 pages done. It's not the most I've ever done at a weekend by far. I'm going to add one of the butterflies to the top of the layout. Is one of the stickers. And then I added the ampersand. And this was, it took an hour and a half, basically, like an hour and 29 minutes. But most of it was painting that background. And, lifting the color and putting it in behind those little hearts was a task and a half. But it was a lot of fun. I really had fun coloring that background. And I love the way these watercolor pool in some areas, and it kind of leaves like sort of a darkish mark around the hearts and stuff. Like, it's a really nice ink, and you might think like it's ink on top of a pattern paper, like on some paper. Like, how much ink could there be? There is a ton of ink on those little pieces of paper. And in the next little bit, I'm going to be using them and sharing with you a few ways that you can use those Peerless watercolors. So I want to add some twine behind the butterfly. And for some reason, the twine that I wanted to use, it was more like a thread. It didn't want to take the this to that dot adhesive. So I just put down some quick dry adhesive directly on the layout, and then I just twirled the twine, into the glue. And I'm not really sure what I'm doing at this point. Oh, I was putting glue directly on the twine, because I guess putting it on the page didn't work either, because I was afraid to put too much on. These pages I did were June 23rd, and I did this on June 12th, so it's like a long time ago. And this won't be posted till July 3rd or 4th, so I'm way, way ahead. So here are a few close-ups of each little cluster, and that's it. The April Scraptastic kit is done, and actually I'm almost done the May one, but I'll be posting a Kill a Kit video for this one. So thanks for watching. Bye.